I'm live. Let's start out with one of these. Close that door over here too. There we go. Somebody's on. Fishing girl. Oh, what is up? How are you doing on this fine Saturday morning? That's a dead deer. All day long, that's a dead deer. Maybe a little far forward. I hope you're doing well, fishing girl. Haven't seen you in a bit. I know you hop on Tony's lives a lot. Ooh, why did I do that? Oh boy, we're gonna put holes in the wall. Not really, we're just gonna destroy some arrows. All right, focus. Yeah, not the shot we're looking for. That's all right. I don't know what my tool is to turn the knocks off. I'm gonna have to find that. Crafted, what's up? Thanks for hopping on. Yeah, fishing girl. I'll tell you what, after that shot group, I think I need some practice. But I haven't been shooting a whole lot. I've been hunting a whole lot. So it's good to get back in here and shoot a little, get some reps in, I'll tell you that. I'm far back. Like, that's still long, I think, like back the lungs. Verdi Records. What's up, buddy? Thanks for hopping on. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully, Pennsylvania's opened up today. Hopefully some of you guys are or were out hunting, had some success. That would be super cool. If you did, send us some photos. We'd love to see them, love to hear about your story. Well, I love fishing too. Crafted, yeah. I took a doe early season this year, and for anybody who doesn't know, I missed a doe 2 nights ago at like 10 yards. That one hurt the ego a little bit. Not that I have an ego. It's been rough, but hi from Brazil. What's up? Shedhead, I was. I went hunting down in Maryland last night. I had a buck at about 50 yards that I watched for an hour and 20 minutes. And then by the time I got back, I had to sleep in. Chuck, thank you. Most of the time, I just get hate for the mustache. I don't know why. Ooh, there we go. Starting to feel good. Starting to feel good. But yeah, so I don't know. I haven't done a live in a couple days now. You're from India? That's awesome, man. Thanks for hopping on. But yeah, I've been getting after it in Maryland this past week. I had does come in, and I'll show you guys the video. I'm gonna do a full video on it. I had does come in, and I had 22 seconds from the time I started the video to when I had to shoot an arrow because the doe almost got across my scent trail. And I missed, like just flat out missed. I short drew. I was in the saddle. I was facing the tree. They came up from back to my left, came right across, and I had such a small window and amount of time to draw. I forgot to turn sideways, went like this, drew back, and I was short draw, shot right between her legs. So the good news is it was a clean miss, and for anybody who hunts long enough, you know a clean miss is better than a bad hit any day of the week. Oh, we're in there now. We are in there now. Crafted, you're from London? That's awesome, across the pond. Thanks for hopping on. You into archery at all? Shedhead, are you from Utah? I'm in there now. So I'll tell you what else, the other part that messed me up is, so I'm shooting two different length arrows, right? I'm shooting full length arrows, which are 33 inches, and I'm shooting 31-inch arrows. Now, the 31-inch arrows, it's impossible for me to short draw on because I draw right back to the brass. And as long as I do that, I know my draw length is the same. The problem is I really have a 32-inch draw. About to go to your football game? That's awesome. Hope you win. Shedhead, that's awesome. That's like on the bucket list. Now we're in there. We're just dialed in. We're punching away now. Aaron Faust. What's up, brother? Are you Aaron Faust? Where are you from, man? I know a Faust. Caroline Emerson, what's up? Thanks for hopping on. Matthew, not accidentally, we had somebody donate $300 to shoot the tire, and I absolutely did shoot the tire for $300. So, Marshall, that's awesome. That's not your real last name. Okay, wasn't sure. We are in there now. Now I'm just dialed in. We are dialed in now, baby. I don't want to shoot too much because I am going out hunting this evening, but I do want to actually get some practice in after not shooting for like 3 days. Sage, what's up? Thanks for joining. I got this target less than 2 weeks ago, and I am about to need a new insert already. Yeah, Matthew, let me show you the bow. It's a 35-pound Samick Sage. It's a clone of the Samick Sage. Same bow, made in the same factory, just a little cheaper. It's $80. I took a doe with it August 2nd for the Pennsylvania red tag season. And I'll tell you what, I blew completely through the doe. I truly believe, Harry, yes it is. I truly believe that as long as you're running heavy arrows, the poundage of the bow is, it's not insignificant, but it matters a lot less, you know? Alaska, what's up, brother? How are you doing? It's still pretty early over there. Seth, how did you guys do this morning? We're in there. We are in there. Harry, that's awesome. I really wish I could get a UTE, but they're hard to get over in the States here. So maybe one day. Spencer, yeah, this is my first year running the recurve. It's a challenge. I took 7 deer with the compound last year, so this year I said I'm going to just stick to traditional archery, and I'm just going to do it, you know? There's nothing else I can do about it. I'll tell you what, like with the season I've had, let me zoom you guys out just a hair. With the season I've had, I've really wanted to pick up the compound because I could have 4 or 5 dead deer by now, including the buck I saw yesterday. He came into about 40 yards with the recurve. It's just way too far. So, yeah. So for anybody who's wondering about the bow, it's a Samick Sage clone. It's $80. There's a video on our channel. I'll lay out everything I like for it. I don't really have any dislikes with the bow. Other than the string that comes with it, I upgraded that. The link is on that video. I'm sorry, I don't have the link right now. But yeah. Jack, I think you moved first, brother. Ooh, we're still down. That's in the liver, and I don't want to be in the liver. I want to be right in the heart. Matthew, that's not good. Dan, that's cool, man. Whatever. That's how you feel. The best part is, if you don't like deer hunting, you don't have to do it. Fear of Doom, what is up? How are you doing? You go out this morning. Well, at least they're in the same spot. Yeah, Shedhead, I'll tell you what, with meat prices nowadays, yeah. Misplaced, I absolutely hunt them for food. I have got deer meat in the freezer still, but I'm almost out, so I'm excited to put another one in. For anybody who didn't know, I missed a doe the other night at 10 yards. They came in super quick. I didn't have time to react. I had 22 seconds before I had to make the shot, and I short drew really bad. I shot right under her. At least it was a clean miss. Dry fire, that's awesome. Ooh, that sounded expensive. Let's go pull those. At least I'm consistent. Yeah, I'm not eating eyeballs, dude. I mean, Matthew, so Tony and I do what's called gap shooting, right? Basically, we're drawing back, and we are looking right at the tip of the arrow. So when I'm drawing back, I'm literally just like aiming where I want it to hit. We build our arrows so that way they are tip on at a certain distance, right? So this arrow setup is tip on at 18 yards. So I just put the tip right where I want to hit. Even at this distance, like I'm about 12, 13 yards, I'm a little high, but the nice thing is like all I have to do is aim for the heart of the deer and I'm going to be in a kill spot either way. Fear, how'd you do? That's a hard shot. That's the money shot right there. So for anybody who's looking to get into traditional archery, it's probably not as hard as you think it is. You don't know what you don't know. I didn't know how important it was to build an arrow around what you're trying to do. And so I struggled with it for a year. Brenandon, no. It makes it a little less risky, you know? Can't see the arrow. It's because my lighted nocks are dying. Kyle, yeah, it's a G8 GT. Should be able to see that one. Sam, that's awesome. Good luck. Peter, you were here for that, man. That's awesome. I'm glad you guys come back. Hey, we got 350 people on here. If we could smash that like button, that would be awesome. It helps feed the algorithm, helps me out a lot. Aaron, I do move a little bit when aiming, but it happens. How'd that one look? Whew. I've never even seen a 180 in Pennsylvania. Yeah, the G8's got a V8 motor in it. It's the L76 engine. With a failed lifter that I gotta pull the motor and do a lot of work to now. Aaron, that's okay, man. I got 3 shots and a dead deer there, so that's why I'm here practicing and working on form, you know? Fear, that's awesome. I'll tell you what, I never get worried about sleeping in the woods, you know? It's still a good time. Kyle, that sounds awesome. What quiver do I use? James, the nice thing about this bow is that it's drilled for it. I use a really cheap quiver. I got it for like $10. I don't even know what it is, but it works. And a lot of the traditional archery quivers, because like if you get single piece bows or custom bows, a lot of times they aren't drilled for a quiver, so you got to mount them on the base of the limbs. Yeah, so for $10, I'm not mad. Normally they're going to run you over 100 though. Hey, if I miss your comments, guys, just drop them again. The comment section is moving kind of fast for me. I'm trying to keep up. But if I miss it and you got a question, just drop it again, okay? Good luck to everybody. It's opening day in Pennsylvania, and I hope everybody smacks a giant. Yeah, Jake, my brother will come up, maybe have another friend up here, and we'll be done with it in a day. I got to replace the lifters, do a cam, DOD delete, and then the converter. So, fall. I'm not actually shooting that close to the car. I'd have to miss by like 1.5 feet to actually hit it. Like, and I'm not saying I won't do that, but it's just kind of unlikely. Combat. These are silencers that go on. You can see I got some fur up here, fur strips. Peak, it is definitely an experience. If you're a compound hunter and you don't have the desire to go out and shoot every night of the week, that was my big draw to it. I just got tired of shooting because it was easy. I didn't have to shoot at all to practice before the season. And yeah, here we are. So Tennessee, that's awesome. Back Mountain, how you doing, man? Going to a wedding? That sounds like fun. I gotta go out and buy more lighted nocks. Tell us about string slap. Do you mean like hitting your arm? I don't wear a guard because if you turn your wrist and you just point it down, you're gonna have enough of a gap there. If you are hitting your arm still, the brace height on your bow is probably a little too short. Yeah, Carter, like these, like especially like laminated bows, like you don't really have to, and this one's cheap, you don't really have to unstring them. Like they're pretty simple. You wax the string once in a while. From other people I've talked to, they don't even swap the strings ever on them. Like they've had the same strings on them for 20 years. They're just not under enough pressure to really justify it, you know? I might use these arrows tonight. Tarmo, no, I do not string walk. I will shoot 3 under for 20 yards and in, and then anything past that, I'll go split finger, which will take me out. It takes my tip on to about 34 yards. Stick it in the wood. No, that wood's gonna be a bow here real soon, man. I can't do that. What if I hit the car? we purposely shot a tire. We got some donations. We got like $300 in donations. They were like, shoot the car. And I was like, all right, I'll shoot the car. That might be a little far forward. But I'll tell you what, Dane, if you were going to start, I would get this exact bow, and I would get this bow in 20 or 25 pounds. The benefit is you can buy the limbs for like 40 bucks. So absolutely start super light. I overbowed myself. This one is 35 pounds, and I'm drawing, with these arrows, I'm drawing 31 inches. So that brings it up to about 43. And then with the other arrows, it's about 45, 46. For somebody starting out, I definitely did not help myself, like at all. I really, really hurt myself. No, this is a 35-pound bow. I'm saying to start out with. How do you aim? I do what's called gap shooting. So I aim right down the tip of the arrow. When I'm drawn back, I'm looking right down the tip, right? And then like I would literally just aim like that, and then I would release. Tracks, yes, I do use a compound. However, this year I've made a goal to only hunt with the trad bow. So I will not pick it up this year. I will pick up the rifle because I've never killed a deer with the rifle yet. In my 3 years of hunting and 14 deer, I have not killed a deer with the rifle. So I am going to do that this year. We're in there. But yeah, it's like start super light. For anybody thinking about getting into it, don't overbow yourself because all you're going to do is you're going to really mess up your form and you're going to really struggle. So start super light. You can shoot a lot then too and really work on stuff. I've shot about 50, 60 arrows so far and my back is already super tired. My arms are a little weak. Gamer, if you're struggling with your left and right, it might mean a couple things, right? You're not aiming, you're not anchoring in the same place. You might not be anchoring close enough to your face. You might be plucking the string coming off. I've struggled with this a lot. Coming off away from my face on release. And then the other thing is you might not be drawing as far back as you have to. You might not have that back tension. You might not be locked in. Because I'm not going to hit the car, silly goose. That was way low. That deer would be on the ground. That's actually what they sound like. JT, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Maybe you can get out with the crossbow, though. Audrey, I'm not moving the car. I've seen you here before, too. You know I'm not moving the car. You know we'll shoot the car. There we go. That's in there. Those, oh man, those arrows just hit like a freaking freight train. Those are 730 grain arrows. Everybody's like, move the car. It's a Pontiac G8 GT. Audrey, I'm not doing it. Stop asking me to. Yeah, Carter's, absolutely agree, man. Start off anybody. Like, I'm a big dude. I'm 6'2", I'm 230 pounds. I got a decent bit of muscle on me. Start super light. I should have started with a 20 or 25 pound bow to really work on my form and get it good before moving up to a heavier weight. But I wanted to hunt with the bow, and that's what I did. How much for moving the car? Dude, I can't even move the thing by myself. Like, it's got a failed lifter, so I can't start it. I got to push it. Vote says move the car. If we get, because it's a pain in the butt to move right now, if we get $300 in donations, I'll move it out to my carport outside. So that way you guys don't have to see it anymore. Tree fitting. But here's the thing. I like how worked up you guys get about it. How much to hit it? 300 and I'll shoot the tire again. And I don't know if you guys saw the short. I already did that. And the arrow ricocheted and came right back at me. Luckily, I moved the smoker and it blocked the arrow. Audrey, this is a Samick Sage clone. I bought it off of Amazon. I have a full video review of it on the channel, and the link is under that video as well. So you don't have to watch the video, but just go find the link. Where did I get my boat from? I don't have a boat yet. I know you meant bow. I'm just messing with you. Can you guys imagine the SS Pain Train outdoors? We're going to do that. That's going to be the goal for next summer. Penguin, I'm in the military. I'm not allowed to have a beard. Freck, that's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate all the subs, guys. If people could smash the like button and help feed the algorithm, I'd appreciate that. Bradley, yes, I do hunt deer. I've been hunting deer the last 3 days down in Maryland, which is why I haven't done a live. That's a dead deer. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Penguin. Appreciate it. I work logistics in the military. Yeah, I appreciate everybody smashing the like button. It really helps, seriously. Can I do a Pittsburgh accent? All I know from Pittsburgh is yins and Primanti Bros. I'm in the Army philosophy. At least we're consistent. Hours are just about touching. It's really what I like to see. Carter, I've only taken a doe so far with the recurve. Like I said, it's my first year hunting with it. My biggest buck, Audrey, is a 118-inch 10-point. For Pennsylvania, it's not bad. For anybody who doesn't know, like, this is only my third season hunting. Like I said, my first year, I killed 3 deer. Last year I killed, I don't even know, eight deer. Dude, I don't even remember. I've killed a lot of deer in the couple years I've been hunting. I don't have an M3. It's a Pontiac G8 GT. Or a Holden, because some people get mad when I don't call it that. What's my favorite song? I don't know. There we go. I don't know about you guys, but like, maybe it's just because I'm just about to turn 30 and I'm just feeling a little nostalgic lately. But I've been listening to a lot of like Linkin Park lately, you know? And it's kind of weird when you go back and you listen to the lyrics, knowing the lead singer, you know, took his own life. It's like, just weird. Billy, if you're the ATF, I don't have any guns. I lost them all in a boating accident. That's in there. I know I look 35. It's because I'm balding already, dude. I got horrible genetics. I don't need you to remind me of that. Probably doesn't help. Oh, Toto by Africa? That's a slapper. Gavin, I'm not backing the car up and I'm not going to hit it. And if I do, then you guys are going to have a hell of a time, or you're going to have a hell of a time watching it. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Have I ever shot a compound? Yeah, Audrey, all my deer so far have been with the compound, except for my first one with the crossbow, but that was really only because I dropped my brand new Matthews out of the tree on opening day. I didn't drop it. It got wrapped around a branch and it unhooked the carabiner, so. Exactly, Peter. Peak male performance. There we go. It probably doesn't help that I drink so much beer either. The man. My biggest buck is a 118-inch 10-point. So, and this year, one of my goals is like to really get after a mature deer. It was a big buck. It wasn't a mature buck though. 2.5 or 3.5 years old. I'm in the 4C area. We have some really good genetics in this particular area. Philosophy. What's my beer of choice? I don't know. Just for drinking, I like Miller. But, I mean, I'm from Pennsylvania, so I have to drink Yingling, and I really enjoy Yingling. I like hazy IPAs as well, or just IPAs in general. Just kind of depends, but I can only have like 1 or 2 of those before it really kicks my butt. Peter, I don't know, man. Like, I think if you're one of these guys who eats a lot of steak off a deer, yeah, the smaller ones probably taste better. But I don't know. Like I use all of my meat for pretty much jerky, deer sticks, or like chili and a roast. So let me pull some arrows, guys. The difference in penetration, man. These 730 grain arrows versus these 650s is ridiculous. Thank you, Peter. Yeah, it's a Samick Sage. The link is on the channel, guys. If you go, it's I have a video out. Samick Sage, best $80 budget bow or whatever it is. Zayden, happy birthday, man. I'll tell you what, I was a mile deep in the woods the last 3 days, and if a fawn came by, I would absolutely smoke a fawn. I don't care. Like, I think as a hunting community, we've gotten so focused on shooting big bucks, and I'm not discouraging anybody from going after big bucks, but like as a new hunter, like it's kind of a daunting task, you know. And then we shame other hunters for if they shoot a 5-pointer or a spike or a fawn, you know. Like, dude, I'm all about filling the freezer. Every year, I work to fill a freezer first, and then I go after bucks. Like, it's just what I do, you know. And I'm really sick of all the shaming that's going on. We shame people for whatever equipment they're using. We shame people over what they shoot. Like, and it's a dying sport. And no wonder it's dying, because new people don't want to get made fun of. You know? It's crazy. So one of my goals for the channel is to change that, you know. Alaskan Jake, what's up, man? The man, it depends on what state you're in. If you hunt Maryland like we do, you can shoot anything for your first buck. And I will tell you what, I had a small 6-point last night that I watched for an hour and 20 minutes, and if he came in, I was going to give him the smoke, and I don't care. Exactly. You can't eat antlers. They look good on the wall. I'm not denying that. I like chasing big bucks. From Fairbanks. I got cousins in Fairbanks, Jake. And we're in there. Yeah, Jake, if you know the Mitchells, those are my cousins up there. I don't know. I don't imagine Fairbanks is huge, so maybe you know them. It would be super cool if you do. Super small world. Kansas City, Missouri. You got some big bucks out there. Bugs, what's up? How'd you do this morning, man? I'm doing all right. Illinois, you got some big bucks there, too. I thought you said you were from Pennsylvania, or you just said that Pennsylvania opened today, maybe. How long have I been shooting for? I've been shooting the recurve for about a year now, and I would say like 4 months, like super seriously about it. Like every single day, I haven't skipped a beat. Jason, Central Pennsylvania. That's where I'm from too, man. Well, Bugs, I mean, seeing deer is never a bad day. Glacier Shark. I was kind of wondering because you got Glacier in your name. That's awesome. What part of Alaska are you from? Down South Carolina. Dude, we got the whole country checking in here. This is awesome. Hey, if everybody could do me a favor and smash that like button, that helps me out a lot. Oh, you're up in Bellefonte. Okay. My grandmother is actually from Bellefonte. New Jersey by the Water Gap. All right. I've spent some time out there, hunting a little bit. That hit another arrow. That sounded expensive. Clive, I'm going to go out this evening. I hunted last night, and I was down in Maryland, and I was a mile deep. So it took me a while to get out. I didn't get to sleep until after 11 last night, so I didn't go out this morning. And I hate hunting mornings, especially like early season. I hate hunting mornings. I never want to do it. Bugs, you're welcome here anytime. I know we've said that, man, but we'll make some. We'll solidify a plan to get you up here, okay? Because you're not that far from us. This goes for everybody else in the chat too. If you ever find yourself in Pennsylvania or central Pennsylvania and you want to hang out and shoot the bows, hit us up, send us a message on Facebook or email us and we'll get together. Glacier, you killed a big moose. That's awesome. We got Alaska in here, and he just killed a big moose the other day too, or a couple weeks ago. That's like one of the goals. I'd love to get up there and do that. They're huge animals. Plus, that would fill the freezer for a while. Landon, we go down just above Baltimore. It's a cool area. There's a ton of hunting pressure there, but if you work hard, you can get away from it. And if you just plan around it, like you can see where other people are going to push the deer to. Easton, that's awesome. Send us a picture on Facebook, man. We love to see it. Alaska, we're going to try, man. We're going to try. The Honored One, what's up? Tyler, thank you. She needs some love, though. Yes, it's a G8. Yeah, we had a lifter fail. So I gotta pull the motor. And while we do that, we're going to do the DOD delete. We're going to cam swap. Different converter, you know. I don't want to have to pull it more than once. It's not a huge pain in the butt, but it is kind of a pain in the butt. Bugs, yeah, I think Tony's still out hunting. I'm not sure yet. He's probably by 11, I don't know. Tilted, this is 35 pounds. It's the GT, Tyler. This is a 35-pound bow. I draw it to about 43 pounds for recurves or traditional bows. Anytime you go past 28 inches, you're adding about 2.5 pounds. Oh, the man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry if I missed it earlier. Yeah, so the rule in Pennsylvania is 3 up. They need to have 3 antlers on one, 3 points on one side. If you're out in the western side of the state above I-80, I think it's 4 points on one side. Bugs, don't threaten me with a good time, man. I'll shoot that tire again, and you know I will. We're in there, stacking them. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything else with the motor. Just upgrade a few things. I mean, the motor itself is fine, and I don't like. My brother had a boosted G8. He had a what did he have? He had a Kong 2650 on it, and he was making about 1,000 horsepower, like 950, 1,000 horsepower to the wheel. Pretty cool setup, but he just ended up selling his car. So, but he had a lot of issues, man. Like he liked to go fast. He took it to the track, and he poured a lot of money into that thing, and stuff breaks constantly, and I don't want to do that. You can stay NA and still go pretty fast, and you have a sweet car. So that's awesome, Bugs. I look forward to watching after this. Sonic, dude, the chat's moving so fast, and I appreciate it, and I'm not trying to ignore anybody, I swear. I read them as they come in, man. So, like I said, guys, if I miss a chat, just put it up again, and I'm gonna try and get to you. Like I don't mean anything by it when I'm responding to certain people. It's just who I see first, okay? Maybe we can come up with a system. Maybe if you put like star, star, star for a question or something, and then I know. What's G8 go for? Tyler, this one would probably sell for about $4,000 with the screwed up motor. But I picked this one up during COVID. I stole this thing. It had 100,000 miles on it. Everything else was fine, and I picked it up for $9,500. But they have gone up in price a little bit now, so. Plumber, yeah, it's shooting out of the saddle or a tree stand is a little different. As long as you remember to draw back fully and then bend at your hips, you're going to be okay. Just know the anatomy of a deer before you start doing that. No, this is a Samick Sage clone. I do actually have a Black Hunter on the way. I should be getting it in a couple days here. Yeah, the man, like I try to be nice to everybody. It seems like some people get a little upset if I miss a question, but I'm really not trying to. Ariel, that's awesome, man. Man, now that we're warmed up, I feel bad for the deer I see tonight. Bugs, I've thought about doing that. Specifically, like my buddy owns a farm, and my dad and his dad are pretty old, and I've thought about doing that so that way they could get out and whack some pheasants a couple more times, you know? Yes, I'm American. Yeah, Tyler, I believe it. And it seems like they're kind of going up in price. Guys, no, I'm not worried about the car. I've never accidentally shot the car. We had some people donate $300 on a live one time. I shot the tire. The arrow completely ricocheted and came right back at me. Luckily, I moved the smoker, so that was in between me and the tire, and that caught it. So. Ricky, thank you. What weight bow? Luke, this is a 35-pound bow. I am drawing about 43 or 45 pounds with it. With these arrows, they're 33 inches. I'm drawing 32 inches. So it adds an extra 2.5 pounds. My other arrows are 31 inches. I'm drawing about 43 with that. Rebel, if you're just looking into it, this is an awesome bow. It was $80. Upgrade the string from the one that comes with it, and you're going to have an absolute shooter for like $100. There's a video on the channel. It has a link to this bow on Amazon. Go out, check it out, or just check out the link either way. That's that. I just want to thank everybody for hopping on today. If people could smash that like button, it helps me a lot. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Plumber, the Black Widow bows are super cool. Those, the Bob Lees, and then I actually have a bow on order, but I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. I'm just going to show you one day. That was low. Oh, that was low. That's okay. That's why we got a backstop. Don't hit the car. Nah, we're not going to hit the car. Car will be fine. Yeah, the acorns are everywhere right now. You be nice to the deer. I don't know about that. So who else went out hunting today? It was opening day here in Pennsylvania. I know some people we know had some good luck. Sounds like Bugs here saw some. Where's the best place to put your arrows? I don't know what you mean by that. Alaskan Jake, I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up, man. Like I said, just put stars in front of it or something, and then it'll kind of catch my eye. Yeah, Jake, I'm just, you've been on here for a little bit. I've been shooting for the last hour. I'm just tired, man. Like your form breaks down after a certain point. Normally this is where I would stop, but I'm gonna keep shooting for another 15 minutes. Then we'll see. TJ, I'm sorry to hear that. Gunner, the biggest deer I've killed is a 118-inch buck in Pennsylvania. He was a 10-point. He was nice. Jason, the Holden needs some love, man. She's got a failed lifter, so I got to pull the motor, and I'm going to do some other things while we got her pulled, Like that one's in there. I got the other arrows, the full length arrows, because I wanted to do that with the setup because it quiets the bow down a lot. But I might go back to these ones just because they're kind of self-correcting. I draw all the way back to the insert, and then there's no like room for guessing if I hit my draw length or not. So. So Shade, the quiver, I'm running like a $10 Amazon quiver on this. This one's drilled and has the mounts for a quiver. A lot of recurves don't, and you're going to need to get one that mounts to the limbs. But yeah, I went cheap and it's fine. The man, yeah, Tony does hunts, and he live streams a lot. Where I've been down in Maryland, I haven't had good enough service, so. Am I a deer hunter? Yeah, I'm a deer hunter. Noah's Outdoor World. Well, I mean, hey, you know, I've passed on quite a few deer this year because I didn't like the shot opportunity. So hopefully you get a shot on them later. Big Country, what's up? Bug, sounds like a plan, man. Try a slower draw, okay? I feel like I plucked that arrow a little bit too. Opening day in Virginia. Well, good luck, Mason. I hope you smack a big one, man. Tony, don't puke too much, man. The man, I use a saddle. So I'm up in the tree, and honestly, I like to climb like 30 feet. I know it sounds excessive, but you can get away with a lot more when you're at 30 feet versus when you're at 20 feet, especially with the compound where there's a lot less room for error. With the recurve, I do stay a little lower, but. Chance, what's up? Thanks for coming back. It is kind of like throwing darts. It gets, you get that rhythm, and you just kind of go with it, you know? Shade. So I have a quiver. Like, I don't have my quiver with me right now. It's inside. The quiver mounts on. That holds the spare arrows. The arrow I'm shooting sits right here on the riser. And that's just how traditional bows are shot. So if you're looking for speed, this is not the bow for you. It's a less efficient killing tool is what it is. It's not, you're never going to get the same speed out of one of these that you'll get out of a compound, that you'll get out of a crossbow. We do it because it's hard and we like a challenge. So Emerson, I'm shooting the Easton Legacies 400 spine. This particular arrow is 650 grains. And then my other full length arrow, which I have 300 grain tips on, these are 730 grains. Andrew, what's up? Max, I do have one. She's sitting pretty over there. Gringo, heck yeah, man. Archery's for everybody. And you know what? That might just help stabilize you a little more. So you're probably a better shot than I am. Can you make your own arrows? Absolutely. There's tons of videos out online. I haven't gotten there yet. And I don't know if I will because just traditional cedar arrows are not necessarily as durable as these. Chance, my biggest deer is a 118-inch 10-point in Pennsylvania. Bet you can't do it. I must have missed your other chat. Oh, can you put an arrow through the eye of the deer? No, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to miss, man. If I were outside, I would. Say what? I'm good. How are you? Hopefully you got out hunting today. All right, the man. Thanks for stopping on. What's up, fishing? How you doing? That's okay. If I were outside, I'll do it for you next time. Just stop back in. Michael, I'm doing okay. I got to sleep in a little bit, and then I did some house chores, and now I'm shooting the bow. And then later tonight, we'll be out hunting. So pretty good day for me. Skillet, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I was watching a buck last night for an hour and 20 minutes. He got up and was feeding on acorns. He was like 43 to 50 yards-ishly. He was kind of doing a loop. He bedded back down, then he got up like an hour later. Mason, yes, I video my hunts. I need to upload a video for you guys because I missed a doe at 10 yards on Thursday, and then last night I saw a buck, and yeah. Chance, that's awesome, man. I hope you guys smack a giant, or I just hope you smack a doe. I hope you shoot something. That would be awesome. Vade, I'm not doing it. Calm down, man. You know what? Wait, Vade. If you throw a super chat in here to pay for the arrow I'm going to break, then I'll do it, okay? Yeah, to all my mods, I appreciate you guys. We get a lot of interesting comments in here, and you guys are doing a great job. That's why we have you as our mods. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. Case, I'm not really sure. I know they tell you to hold the thumb out and close each eye or whatever, and whichever one it moves to is the dominant one, or whichever one it doesn't move from is the dominant one. But yeah, I don't really know. I might not be. Maybe that's why my shooting is a little inconsistent. I don't know. Let me go pull these arrows, guys. See, I love how everybody hops in here and they want me to do like silly stuff. But then when I break an arrow, you know, I'm the one who's out 20 bucks. Jason, I'm actually back at like 12 yards. I'm not perfect at math, but I'm pretty sure that's like 36-ish feet. And the thing about the recurves is that you need to really be within 25 yards. So, Dale, I probably could. I don't know if I'm going to, though. God, that arrow just slaps, man. Chance, how you doing? Mason, yeah, we do a whole lot of fishing. In Pennsylvania here, we have some awesome trout fishing. So, yeah. In the springtime, though. So stay tuned for that, and I will be producing, me and Tony both will be producing a lot of fishing content for you guys. Dale, if you throw like a super chat in there, I'll give you a shout out for whoever it is. Yeah, Shade, I know, but like here's the thing, right? Like we've got some solid people on here, like Alaska donates to us a lot. Rabbit donates to us a lot. Like we got some solid people on here, and like if they ask me to do something, I'd do it for them in a heartbeat. But like most people just want to see me break an arrow or see something bad happen, and then I'm just, like I said, I'm out 20 bucks and it doesn't really benefit me. So have I ever hit the car? Not by accident. Dale, that's awesome, man. Was that today? Emerson, the biggest game is a 118-inch whitetail. Well, congratulations, Dale. That's awesome, man. I'm happy for you. If you hit us up on Facebook, you can send us a picture. We'd love to see it. No, buddy, I haven't broken a string on any bow, but with the recurves, it's pretty difficult to break a string because they're not under a whole bunch of pressure. Try hitting the heart. I'm good. I usually aim for double lung. It's a safer shot. Like right there, double lung all day. Fear, I don't ever really just sit in the woods. So I'm like, when I'm in my saddle, I'm standing. So take another drink of beer. Hey, you don't have to tell me twice, brother. Yeah, Shade, these are target arrows. Or these are the arrows at least I solely use for target shooting. My hunting arrows I only shoot for hunting. Jay, how much you want to buy it for? I will warn you now, it's got a failed lifter, so yeah. I was going to pull the motor, change the cam, DOD delete, and then obviously replace lifters, and then do a converter. But I haven't gotten there yet. Yeah, exactly. The nice thing is I have a nice garage. We'll get to it in the wintertime. NSS, I draw, depends on my arrow setup. So this particular arrow is a 31-inch arrow, and I cut it that way on purpose because I'll draw back to the insert, and I know I've hit where I need to be. The other arrows I have are I draw about 32 inches. Yes, Jack, we are central Pennsylvania. We hunt a lot around here, 4C area, and then we hunt down in Maryland. We're going to try and get out to Ohio. We're going to try and get all over. Justin, that's just not fair, man. I'm going to have to ship some over for you. What's the best hunting bow? I don't know. Like, once you get into trad bows, like it's all preference, and even recurves. Even compounds. It's all preference, guys. So you got to go to a shop and you got to shoot some. I personally don't like long bows. I think because of my draw length, like drawing 31 to 32 inches, they just don't feel good to me. So I'm not a huge fan of it. What's my least favorite in relation to what? Jay, I would, but it sounds really hot down there, man. And I don't do, if I hit the G8, you'll find me. I don't do the heat. Big Dog, I shot the tire on the G8 on one of the lives, like last Friday, I think it was. Somebody donated $300. I was like, yeah, I'll shoot the tire on the G8. How sharp is that arrow? It's just a field tip on here. Normally I have my hunting arrows nearby, and I could show you what I'm running for those, but Leaf Spring can make a killer bow. I'll have to check them out. And we're in there. Stone, I appreciate the love. Thank you. I'm going to have to get a new insert for this target soon. We are shooting it out. That's awesome. New York, you're pretty close. We hunt white-tailed deer around here. Yeah, it's not a bad grouping. Shade, I mean, all the bows are pretty good for whatever you want to hunt with. I mean, as long as it's legal to hunt with. If you're going Pennsylvania, the requirement is 35 pounds. Noah, this bow is 35 pounds. It is a Pontiac GHET. Some people get mad here if I don't call it a Holden, so. Yeah, the recurve is definitely hard to shoot. After last year taking a handful of deer with the compound and the year before, something in the tune of like 14 deer in 2 years, I was like, you know what? I'm going to challenge myself. And so it's been hard for me this season because I really want to I want to fall back on the compound because I could have 4 or 5 deer in the freezer right now if I had just taken the compound. I missed one the other night, shot clean under its legs because I short drew. And so I was in the trees right here. They were like just up here and straight down. And I drew like this instead of turning on my body and getting that back tension. And I shot right under her. So, and you guys will see the video here soon. That's my goal. When I'm done with the live, I'm going to edit it and get that up so you guys can see. Like we've said from day one, we will show you the good, the bad, and everything in between. That's kind of the in between. Die Hard, what's up? How you doing? Kane, we eat the deer. a little high, but where it belongs. Luke, it sounds like you're using a compound. Maybe you need to adjust your draw length. I'm not exactly sure. I'd have to be with you and I'd have to see. And truth be told, I am not the best at messing with compounds. Tony is really good at that. So if he's still in the chat, maybe he can answer the question for you. Billy, I haven't saved the fur from a deer yet, but I'm going to do it this year. Justin, no, I don't use any of it for burgers. I use pretty much my entire deer. I use for jerky, sticks. I'll grind some of it that I use for chili. And then I use like roasts in the crock pot and then serve it over mashed potatoes. Oh, that's my favorite meal. Die Hard, I'm doing awesome, man. How are you doing? Jay, I've never actually killed a deer with the rifle, but I'm going to do it this year. Like if it comes to rifle season, I have 6 doe tags. I'm just going to go on doe patrol and I'm just going to start waxing some does, man. Ariel, my brother had one. He just sold it, but he had one with over 900 horsepower to the wheel. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's a Pontiac GHET. I'm amazed at how many people recognize the car. That's awesome. No, I haven't done the jalapeno sticks, but I got a recipe that I need to try out. Shade, we're only allowed 1 buck tag in Pennsylvania, but I'm allowed 6 doe tags, so that's why. It's meat in the freezer. And last year, I shot a lot of deer, and I still went through all the meat, so. Yeah, hold on, this is, the recurve is super addicting. Jay, I would really love a GTO in the same color. It's not really the same color. They got the darker blue on them, but I think that would be super cool. Can I triple shot like Robin Hood? Probably not. Don't even really want to attempt it inside, honestly. If I was outside, I would. No, I've never hit the car on accident, only on purpose. Joshua, I don't know. It's all preference, man. We hunt, Luke, we almost hunt solely public land. This year I did get permission. I got some agriculture tags from a local farmer, and I was able to go out and kill a doe there. So that was super cool. Dale, I'm sorry if you don't want to subscribe. That's fine, man. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, so Martin, you're shooting split finger, and let me shoot this arrow, and then I do that as well with my other arrows. So these are my full-length arrows, which are 730 grains. Tristan, that's awesome, man. Thank you. Samoris, thank you. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. Yeah, I can. Split finger is just going to be like this. It's going to be. Let me show you. Just shooting like that. So the difference, since I'm a gap shooter and I'm using the tip of the arrow to aim, I need to use a heavier arrow with more weight up front. This one has about 400 grains up front, 100 grain insert plus 300 grains. And that puts my tip on at about 25 yards. So for anybody looking to get into recurves, build a tip-on distance. You know, like gap shooting is the easiest way to start out. And I'm all for people shooting instinctive. But it's a lot harder. You got to shoot thousands of shots before you get proficient at it. Gap shooting is relatively easy. Packer fan, I'll see you, man. Shade, that's okay. I'll see you. Fear of Doom. I used to use a Canon Rebel T7i because it was really good in low light, and most of the deer I see are in the last 20 minutes, and my phone used to struggle. This year, I have been using my iPhone 16. I just got it 2 weeks ago. And the low light capabilities on this phone are phenomenal. The zoom, like everything about it, if you're trying to get into filming your hunts, the iPhone 16 is fantastic. The cameras used to not be as good as a lot of the Androids. But yeah, I think they've caught up. Dale, I'll give you a shout out, man. You've been in here for a little bit. This is a Samick Sage. There's a video on the channel with the link. It's an $80 bow. If you're looking to get into archery, this is a fantastic choice, or traditional archery specifically. Anthony, we hunt Pennsylvania and Maryland so far. We're from Pennsylvania, and we're going to get into Ohio this year during the rut. Go Pack Go! I'm not really into football, so Dale's a bot. Shade, that's awesome. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for everybody who subs. Ever hit the car? Not on purpose. I'm sorry, not on accident. We have shot it on purpose, though. There we go. Right in the heart. Beautiful. Anthony, that's awesome, man. Sarah Smith, 3107. There's your shout out. No, that wasn't in the leg. Dale, I just gave you Sarah Smith. I gave you a shout out, man. What's the closest I've been? I have video from last season of deer literally straight down under the tree I'm in, and that happens pretty often in the saddle. What pound draw? At 28 inches, which is what most traditional bows are measured at, this is a 35-pound bow. I am overdrawing, so it adds about 2.5 pounds per inch. So I'm drawing 43 with the 31-inch arrows and 45 to 46 with the 32-inch arrows. They're 33-inch arrows. I'm drawing 32 inches, though. Billy, I'll see if I can find it, and then I'll upload it for you. But, yeah, I mean, it's pretty common. The doe I shot the other day, or that I shot at, I missed her. She was almost straight down. I mean, you'll see in the video. Like, it's crazy. Don't get too mean here, guys. Anthony, that's awesome. Tristan, if you're not into traditional archery right now, like if you're just looking to get into it, I probably would not get a 75-pound bow. And I think that's overkill unless you're hunting water buffalo in Africa. Ariel, I am in the Army. Ian, I'm from Pennsylvania, central Pennsylvania. And I just want to point out, guys, like if anybody's ever in the area and you want to do a live with us, or if you just want to hang out and shoot, have a beer with us, we are always around. We're just trying to build a hunting community here. No, Anthony, I haven't been out near Westmoreland County. Martin, that's a far shot, but I mean, I feel you. I missed mine at 10 yards because I short drew and I shot right under her legs. So, or right between her legs, right under her belly. So I feel you, man. It's super difficult. That's why we do it. That's why we love it, you know? And I'll tell you what, like I've wanted to pick up the compound so far this season. Like I want to, but I told myself like, I don't care if I don't kill another deer for the rest of the season. I've gotten one. And I'm sticking with the trad bow for this year at least. If we get to rifle season, I would like to kill a deer with the rifle. I have 6 doe tags. I'm going to fill the freezer if I get to rifle season and I don't have my tags filled. Jayla, I am in the Army. Hello from Brazil. Anthony, so last year I tried that a couple times down in Maryland, and I've struggled with it. I've had a lot of great success with grunt calls. My issue is a lot of times when I try calling, they circle downwind to me and then they pick me off. And I really don't believe in scent control. I did it religiously for 2 years and I was still getting picked off. And I'm talking like washed everything, dried it outside, threw it in an airtight bin, used an ozone generator on it, and that stuff didn't go on until I was in the woods. And I did that over all my gear. And I was still getting picked off, especially by bucks, man. Like, you cannot fool a buck. It's a mature buck. It's not going to happen. So what rifle do I use? I have a 30-06, which is a, I forget the story on it. It was my grandfather's. It was like World War I surplus rifle that they put a different stock on and trimmed the barrel down on. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, Tristan, man, you're not kidding. Like, my back is throbbing right now. I've shot over 100 arrows. My back is throbbing. Bucks, I'm not in Center County. I'm in Schuylkill County. I'm just central Pennsylvania. Yeah, like Stone, like it's traditional archery focus, like the focus you need to do it. Like you need to pick out that certain spot on the animal. Like, and everybody's heard like aim small, miss small, and I didn't understand that until I started this sport. I didn't understand back tension until I started this. So yeah, it's a different animal, and if you do this, even just to practice, you're gonna come back to a compound and be a better archer. Hello from Lancaster. How are you doing? You're pretty close. I drive past you all the time when I'm going down to Maryland. Archery. I've been in the service for going on 8 years now. Been in for a while. Biggest buck I've shot is a 118-inch 10-point in Pennsylvania. Yeah, Tristan, I miss a lot too. That's why I got the backstop in here, and so I don't break an arrow. But just in general, I try to have backstops. That way I don't lose them as much. And it's crazy how well they'll sink into just plain grass and you can't find them. EG Fishing. What's up, brother? Billy, thank you. Yeah, like this always seems to come up. I don't purposely try to talk about it, but it just seems to come up. Military got me out of a bad spot. I didn't grow up with money or anything, but I am looking to transition out of the military at this point. Right in the heart. IFV, thank you, man. Appreciate you modding. Jay Sean, that's okay. Hoorah. You must be a Marine. That's a little low. Hopefully in the long. A little low. Tristan, you're not wrong about that. That's one of the other reasons I'm trying to transition out at this point. I have a family, and with the way stuff is going right now, I don't know. It's just, yeah. I saw this meme lately that was like, when the math test starts looking like a 6-year contract and a free trip to Iran, and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of how it's going. Wanda, that's awesome. Thank him for his service, please. Do I have toes? Yeah, I have toes, you little weirdo. Wouldn't you like to see them, you weirdo? Jay, I would love to do some hog hunting, man. We're in Pennsylvania, we're kind of limited. We don't really have that option, but can you get a good look at the target? Yeah, you can get a good look. Let me zoom in for you guys. I got 2 more arrows too, so I'll zoom in so you guys can really see it. Oh, you just zoomed in on my face, actually. Like that would be double long. And that's more so, I like to aim a little bit further back, a little higher, and just double long them. That's where I want to be. Everybody's all about the hard shot, but there's just a little too much room for error. Show us those dogs. Y'all are weird. That was not a good shot, though. That was too high, too far forward. Yeah, this thing's getting a little shot up. And I don't know, for anybody who's new here, I've had this target for all of 2 weeks. So she's getting some love. My groups were a little better before. I'm just getting really tired now. Alan, unless you actually mean like my dog, like I have a golden retriever. Her name is Sadie, and she is super awesome. Fear, yeah, I've absolutely spined a deer. The good news is, normally when it happens for me, it's because I'm 30 feet or more up in a tree and I'm shooting straight down. So when I spine them, it's on the entrance and I still end up in the vitals. And it usually works out to be a pretty good shot just because like I don't have to track them. They die right there and they're dead in 30 seconds. I have spined them. I have a video up on the channel from last season. I spined a doe. She took like an extra half step right before I shot and I spined her. I wasn't in the vitals and I had to do a follow-up. So yeah, I've been out whitetail hunting. We've been getting after it down in Maryland. Z Martin, this is it's like the big shooter buck from Cabela's, I think is what it's called. It was $120, $130. It's okay. For a recurve, it works well, but I wouldn't use it on a compound. It's a compound or crossbow. I don't think it has the stopping power to really effectively stop a bolt or a compound arrow. Yes, it is a Holden Commodore. Sure is. She needs some love too. But hey guys, I appreciate all the love and support today. I am going to wrap it up here. I got some other stuff I got to do, and then I'm going out hunting this afternoon. So hopefully I can show you guys a deer. It would be super cool. But yeah, so like I said, I appreciate everybody. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel. Me or Tony do lives pretty much every night. Good luck to everybody else hunting today. I hope everybody smacks a giant, and stay safe. Wear your harnesses if you're climbing a tree. Don't take unnecessary risks. Appreciate everybody, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks so much. This has been like the best live yet. You guys are awesome.